Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our next episode of Legacy Talks with Marissa and Tasha. I'm Marissa Matz, the founder of Rising Legacy.
And I'm Tasha.
And today we're going to be talking about a really important topic that I've been speaking of for many years that comes up over and over again, which is Marissa, can you help our team or our organization with some career development techniques, discussions, strategy to really help our people feel like they're growing in their jobs and growing in their lives and growing in their careers. So, Tasha, let's get started.
Let's get started. So, yes, speaking of all things career development, first question, what should you do if you feel stuck or unmotivated in your current job?
Mm. This is a question I get a lot or it's a topic that comes up a lot because people are feeling pretty tired right now. There's a lot going on in the world, there's a lot going on in the American workforce. And I think even outside of the day-to-day tasks that someone might go to work and achieve and do, because there's so many external pressures and external stressors and factors that are sitting on the shoulders of our workforce, this is more common than ever to feel stuck or in a place of not feeling that like someone's providing value to their organization. So one of the first things that I work with people on is to take a current picture of where they are in their jobs and their careers. How many years have they been in their career? How many years have they been in their current role? And sometimes just that simple action of a current assessment can help calm someone's thoughts around I'm stuck or I don't know what to do next. Once I work with people to assess the current state, then we start talking about aspirations and goals and having an open conversation about what else they want to learn. A big part of Rising Legacy is to emphasize lifelong learning. Leaders never stop learning because there's so many different people and personalities and um, technologies that exist that give us a chance to continue learning. So through those conversations with people, I really get um, leaders to think about what else do I want to learn? What other teams do I want to learn more about? What other jobs in my company or organization exist that I want to learn more about? Who can I talk to figure out what do they do for their job? And I can share with them what I do for my job. So those very simple actions can get someone to reframe and get refreshed on what's going on in their current world. Did I answer that question, Tasha?
Yeah, you definitely did. And I think that is the important part, right? Is kind of like just sitting down with yourself and being honest with yourself. What's going on? What's happening with me and how can I improve? And then it often will, have a good effect on, your career. So,
Yeah.
all right, next question. What's one small step that somebody can take today to grow professionally without switching jobs?
So there's a couple of things that I talk about often, and one of them is think about your current role and ask yourself what kinds of interesting projects or tasks that my leader or manager does that I would want to try out for myself. That can demonstrate to your manager or your leader that you're interested in expanding your skills, learning new things, because they might not have any idea that you're interested in that. They think, if you haven't expressed something to them, they don't know that you're interested in learning more. So being very vocal about new things that you'd want to take on is the first step. Now, the second step, let's say you've done that and you keep doing that and your leader doesn't give you anything. My second recommendation is to consider working on interpersonal communication skills because when we begin to assess ourselves and are aware of our communication um, uh, traits that work really well, and then communication factors that maybe you should be working on, that can give you a starting point in your personal and professional growth. Sometimes I recommend you reach out to a trusted coworker or a trusted coach that can give you feedback on things to improve on, um, or even to validate, this is how I think I can improve my communication skills. What do you think? Like, how can I get better? You do this thing really well. Like, how do you do that? How can I practice that? And just having a two-way dialogue with someone that you trust, that's close to you, that maybe that you work with, that observes you frequently, can be a great starting point to taking ownership of your career development without relying on your manager to give you cool projects or tasks, taking that on yourself.
Yep. No, I love that advice because it is up to you, right? To be vocal, to talk about what you want, where you want to go. And then these skills that you talk about are not, inherently, you're not born with them. So you do have to work on them and work on them over time.
Yes.
Um, so my last question, as we always do, is what is one leadership lesson you would like to impart on us this week?
Mhm. Oh, I love this question because there's always so many golden nuggets that come up in my workshops every week. And this one in particular came up this week. I was facilitating a workshop around influencing skills and influencing people without direct authority over them. And one of the things I was speaking about is to listen to others with empathy. If you're a great listener, you'll have such strong influence over this person because effective listening builds trust, and people will want to work with you, will want to work for you, get things done for you, regardless if they work for you or not. And when you are a deep, empathetic listener, you are fully concentrated on the person that's speaking to you. So the technique or the skill is full concentration. When I was in this workshop this week, a participant said to me, like, how do I do that? I have a phone dinging, I have my smartwatch dinging on my body, I have pop-ups going on all over my computer. How in the world can I fully concentrate at any given time? And, that made me sit back in my chair and realize and acknowledge right now in our world and our society, communication, human to human communication, is more difficult than ever.
Mhm.
We are tasked with so much information. We are tasked with social media presence. We're tasked with technology wanting every piece of our attention. And when you have a person in front of you that wants to have a conversation, it takes so much focus and concentration and quieting of the mind to do that skill of concentration, that if leaders were to really make it a goal to spend mental energy concentrating on people that are talking to them directly into their face, the world will be a better place. And I just even think about my children who are like, Mom, you're not listening. Like, I know I'm not listening because I have to answer this email real fast, or I got to get back to my friend. I have to text them real fast. Give me 1 second. But ultimately, those relationships can be damaged if the other person is feeling like you're not concentrating on what they're saying. So take that, see if you can concentrate a little bit more in your next conversation with a child or someone at work, where you can quiet your mind and say, I'm going to focus on what you're saying to me. So, so hard.
Yes. Yes, that's great advice. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So good luck, everybody. Thank you so much, Tasha, for a great chat today. And I hope that all of you can take some piece of either the career development conversation or our leadership lesson around concentration in our listening skills. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.